I just watched some videos about Street Fighter 6. I was surprised they have appeared like mushrooms after rain, because I only remember that Capcom timer and I had no doubt new Street Fighter was coming, and I was right. As for me, the teaser was too short and almost empty. I'm not that kind of person who waits for revolutionary graphics, and I never play games immediately after release. So there's no any tense waiting. But after watching those trailers, gameplays, reviews, I thought maybe I can say something too. So, graphics. Everyone talks, writes about it too much. I cannot understand what exactly excites them. I see that it looks different. People compared with Tekken and even with Mortal Kombat. Why? It's Street Fighter. It's in everything and in graphics too. They can change it, they may use another engine, but it's still Street Fighter. I don't feel like they made it look realistic. No. Some people think the previous games look like cartoon. And this part is much better because people look like people. No. I think I played almost all Street Fighter games. I played it about 30 years ago. Time changes, game industry changes, 3D replaces 2D even if you never use third dimension. Of course, Street Fighter 6 does not look like Street Fighter 2, but in modern reality it does not impress me. It just looks normal. It's beautiful, but I don't feel any next gen, and it's not realistic at all. Let's look at old problems. When the fighter is knocked down, another one can walk through his body and step to him, and it looks like the winner is levitating. There's no contact between the feet and the ground. The lines cross each other.
You win.
I'm not a game developer and I don't know how to solve this problem, but I believe there's a way to make it look more realistic. Just put them in different lines. The winner to the back, the loser to the front. It works, but only sometimes.
You win.
Music. Rap music. It's Street Fighter again. Graffiti at the beginning of the trailer and then rapping, and of course it reminds me of Street Fighter 3. The game with the most interesting soundtrack in the whole series. I like this new track and I hope it's not the only one in the new game. No, it's not. There's more rap during the character select and right before the fight begins. Surprisingly, some people just don't understand why rap music is used. Why they made those flashy scenes, like too bright, too trendy, glaring colors, unnecessary moves. Go play Mortal Kombat. It's the style, it sounds cool, it looks cool, and it fits the game perfectly. Perfectly. At least one tradition seems to be broken. Since Street Fighter 2 we used to see the Roman numerals in the name of each new game. Now it's Arabic 6. A lot of games change their style in writing their names when the series lasts long enough. After all, who cares? That plain font of Street Fighter and that polygonal curve of 6, I don't know, it looks unfamiliar. I've heard some jokes about her new outfit before watching the videos. Children of the 90s may say something like, I used to see her without pants. I love that spinning bird kick. I prefer to see her without underwear. Why use that excessive clothing? No, finally Street Fighter was degraded too. Those Western feminism and tolerance reached Capcom. Well, it was funny, but I was frightened. I thought, does she really look so bad? No, she doesn't. Once again they changed her face, but once again she's beautiful. and her mighty thighs are still there. But something has changed. It feels like they are distended too much comparing to hips and shins, much more than in previous games. I liked her calves not less than thighs, and her feet looks normal in general, but if you look only at the legs, they are small. Well, her legs finally became a grotesque. Or maybe they just became shorter comparing to the part between hips and head. So she looks unusual for the old gamer's eyes. Anyway, it's absolutely okay. After some minutes of watching gameplay, I stopped thinking about it and fell in love again with the same woman. I can analyze the proportions of Chun-Li's body eternally, but let's get back to the leggings. It's still a Japanese game, and she still looks sexy. Just watch carefully. Using those leggings opened new opportunities in showing the beauty of her body. Now we see only natural lines. It's not Street Fighter Alpha outfit. It's another level, another textile. Fine stretchy tissue tight-fitting those splendid legs. One more thing. Finally, her name in English is pronounced as in Chinese.
Chun-Li wins!
In general, it's just Street Fighter. I watched special moves, super arts, analysis of using that energy bar gaining power, drive gauge, like EX or V-trigger or whatever. Sometimes I get tired of all those bars and gauges in fighting games. Then I play Virtua Fighter or Dead or Alive. It's much easier to study how it works playing the game, so I don't want to read that info and to explain it. The gameplay looks standard to the maximum. Ryu throws Hadouken, Chun-Li throws Kikoken. In fact, I think the new game is about the things I've mentioned above. There's nothing really interesting in the gameplay, but it seems like maybe there is non-one-on-one combat regime, World Tour. Something like beat 'em up, I hope. It's unclear to me. Maybe it's just something like bonus stages or activities between the fights that is used in the game instead of cutscenes. Because all the videos of the gameplay show only standard combats, and there are so-called fighting grounds. Anyway, I never expect any radical changes from a new game in a fighting game series. Unfortunately, time after time they all become more similar, losing their unique features. In this case, it saved the most remarkable and recognizable things concerning the game identity. We've got Chun-Li's legs, we've got rap music, and we've got... Ken! Where's Ken?
Street Fighter 6!
Is it Street Fighter? So where's Ken?